if you're a creator and you are trying to build a community and trying to really add value to people, it's kind of hard to do that on TikTok. There is a big shift that's happening right now in the world where people are looking for more long form content. If I am doing something in the house or driving or commuting somewhere, I'll throw on like a 3-hour or 2-hour or an hour long YouTube video and just have it playing, and I'll just listen to it. And so once I started realizing that I was doing that myself, I was like, okay, wait, if I'm doing this, that means that there's a ton of other people who are also probably doing this as well. Hey y'all, it's Nyara, and today I want to talk a little bit about how I started prioritizing long form content and what my experience has been since doing that. Now, we all know that short form videos have had such a big boom and a surge literally since 2020, since TikTok came out. Everyone has been on this short form videos, and it's really blown up since then. And if you're like me, I joined the club and started making short form videos back then when TikTok came out, and then up until now I've been doing that. And honestly, I haven't had the best experience and haven't had that great of traction when it comes to the short form videos, but it's fun. It was something that I have loved to do, and I still like to do it. But now I've been prioritizing long form videos, and I have honestly noticed such a big change just within myself and overall my content. And that's what I want to talk about today. And if you're watching this and you've been considering switching over from short form videos to long form videos, or doing a combination of both, which is what I kind of do, I would suggest that you start doing that today. Okay? Listen, short form video is pretty cool. It's honestly, TikTok, I love it. I use it all the time. I'm always scrolling, I'm always on it. And whenever I get like a little inspiration to make a video to document what I'm doing, it's so easy, it's fast to just pull out my phone, start recording, boom, post, and be done with it. Or if I have an inspiration of something that I want to say, I, pull out my phone again, record on the front camera, finish what I'm doing, boom, send it out. And with that amount of convenience, it makes sense of why TikTok has had such a big surge in people creating content, and why so many people are on the platform, even if they're not creating content. It is convenient, it's easy to just scroll and see tons and tons of videos, and it's pretty cool. However, if you're a creator and you are trying to build a community and trying to really add value to people, it's kind of hard to do that on TikTok because of the amount of content that's out there. And for the fact that the content is shorter, it's a lot harder to hold on to people's attention span. And really, I don't know, when I'm on there, I don't really follow anyone on there. I get on there, I scroll, I watch videos, and I'm off of it. I don't really go on to creators' platforms and then, follow them and go on to following them on other platforms. I really just go on there to consume the content, but not necessarily to connect with people. So when it comes to trying to do that, it's really hard. And I will say it's hard to do that with short form video, which is the difference that I'm finding when it comes to long form video, which I'll talk a little bit more about. But I think there is a big shift that's happening right now in the world where people are looking for more long form content and are looking for content that they can just put on and have it playing in the background with things that they're doing and then go about their day or cleaning or whatever it is that they're doing, and they can just have that in the background playing, almost similar to just like a podcast. And that's what I found when it came to like YouTube, what I would do naturally. If I am doing something in the house or taking the train or the bus or driving or commuting somewhere, I'll throw on like a 3 hour or 2 hour or an hour long YouTube video and just have it playing, and I'll just listen to it. And so once I started realizing that I was doing that myself, I was like, okay, wait, if I'm doing this, that means that there's a ton of other people who are also probably doing this as well. And that kind of made me start to realize that, okay, wait, I should probably start creating more YouTube videos than short form and really prioritize that. And if you guys want me to make a video talking a little bit about like the different platforms and what to kind of do and look for and what I think will kind of be the trajectory of these platforms, please let me know, and I'd love to do a video on that. I'll just say for backstory, I have had a YouTube since 2009, even though I wasn't posting videos since then. I've had a Instagram since 2011, and I've been posting since then, not as consistent as I would have liked, but I've grown my following on Instagram to almost 20,000 people. So I have a lot to say when it comes to Instagram. And then TikTok, I got it right as it came out in 2020. I have a whole story about that. When it came out in 2020, I was really active on there. I was posting a lot of content, had a few viral videos, got scared, got off. Now I'm back to posting again on there. And now my engagement and just everything is all out of whack because I haven't posted since 2020 and now I'm posting. So anyway, I can do another video on that as well, sharing my experiences with all these platforms. But for today, I just want to focus on YouTube and long form content because honestly, that is what is going to take over. And in the next few years, we're going to see more people making long form video content than we are short form. And as I'm recording this video right now, our government, the US government, is deliberating whether they are going to ban TikTok. It's already been passed through the House, and I think now it's up to, I don't even know, it's up to the higher ups, the president, to decide if TikTok is going to be here to stay in the US. With that being said, because TikTok has taken over and because short form video is so sticky as far as like getting people hooked, I think our government is threatened by that. I don't want to share too much of my thoughts around that, but because I have a lot of theories on why I think the US government wants to ban TikTok. I just think that for that reason alone, that is why I was like, okay, this is also a great time to start getting in the habit of creating long form videos and posting on YouTube. Now, when it comes to long form videos, though, I will say you have to put a lot of effort in, and a lot of people don't like that, and which is why short form video is the thing. Because when it comes to long form video, you don't necessarily have to go out there and get a ton of equipment or anything like that. Like literally right now, I'm recording this video on my laptop. I could have recorded it on my Sony camera, but I didn't want to use a new memory card. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it on my laptop. So I think that's pretty cool. But when it comes to long form video, if you're going the traditional route, getting like a DSLR camera, getting a tripod, which, you know, you need all those things. Well, I shouldn't say you need them, but it's good to have them and good to start out with recording videos on there with those type of equipment because just becomes more quality. You're more professional. And for me, I feel like since I got my camera, I actually use it. And so that's one of the things I wanted to talk about is that now that I'm making long form videos, I actually feel like I create more content than when I was just using my iPhone, creating short form videos or just posting on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. I'm a lot more intentional around creating content and the topics that I want to talk about, the products that I want to review, whatever it is. I find that I actually make content. And for the last several years, I've struggled to like grow on other platforms because did not take the time to actually make content. And when I did make content, it would sit on my phone for months on end because I felt like it wasn't good enough to actually post. I have photos that I never posted because I just felt like they weren't like I didn't pose a certain way, I didn't look a certain way. I wish that, the lighting was different or whatever, and so I would never post things. And for a while on Instagram, I was kind of known as the throwback queen because I would never post things like in the moment or like the day after. It would take me weeks and weeks and weeks to drop something, and then when I finally did, people would be like, wait a minute, okay, your hair looks different than how it does right now. Oh, okay, it makes sense. This was from when you went there, a month ago, and now of course you look totally different. I mean, I switch my hair all the time, but now you're here and you look different, whatever, because you're posting content so late. And I even to this day, I really just can't get content out as quick as I really would want to. But I've been prioritizing YouTube, and honestly, I love it here. And I think that this is going to be my thing because I actually am creating content now that I am doing it for YouTube. And one of the other things that I'm realizing being here on YouTube and making content on YouTube is that I am already building a community on here. I don't have that many followers, and my videos right now are not getting that much engagement, but I am getting some repeat people who are watching my videos, and I'm getting comments and people, liking my videos and such. And I'm getting a lot more engagement and I'm getting a lot more interaction than I would if I was doing this on Instagram and TikTok. And I would say the difference is that I'm reaching people that I don't know. So like on Instagram, a lot of those people that I have on there are people that I know. So it's kind of expected that they're going to engage with my content. They're going to make comments. They're going to like my stuff because they actually know me kind of personally. But on here, it's like no one knows me really. Like the people that my videos find, they're random people that are subscribing to my channel, that are liking my stuff. And so I find that to be pretty cool. And then also I just feel like I have a lot more to say, and I have a lot more that I want to like put out there into the world now that I'm doing it in this type of a format. Before, like when it came to Instagram, and I won't really say TikTok because I don't really create that much content on there, and TikTok is a whole nother ball game. But on Instagram, like I was doing a lot of things for superficial reasons. Like if I went to like a 5-star restaurant or whatever, I felt like, okay, I have to do this for the gram. I have to make everything look a certain way to showcase that, like, yeah, I'm at this 5-star restaurant or whatever it is. But when I bring my camera now, my Sony camera out with me to capture the moment, I'm doing it more so to share with other people like, hey, I just went to this amazing restaurant and you should go and check it out if you're ever in this area. So it's almost the value that I'm adding when it comes to this is more so like educational and inspirational, instead of like on Instagram being kind of like braggy and like showboating in a way. Not that there's like, I mean, there is something wrong with that, but like, not that like anything is so bad with like kind of showcasing what you're doing, especially if you're excited about it or whatever. I don't know, I just find that doing it on this space has been more genuine. I guess that's what I'm looking for, more genuine and more authentic than anything else I've done. And yeah, I just feel like long form content is honestly here to stay. And what I'm also noticing is that the creators who create content on YouTube and who have been doing it since the conception of YouTube, or just years and years ago, like the Jackie Yanas, the Aaliyah's Face, or just some of these other creators that I follow, like, they have such a great tight community, and it's really because their following came from YouTube, and you get this like personal feel from YouTube, almost as if like you know the person. And that is what I love. And I love that, like, that connection, that real personal like connection. And I think it's really because on here, like, I don't know, for me, I just feel like I want to, like, it opens you up. And I feel like it opens like almost like your heart up, and like you're sharing so much of yourself with people that you're bound to build that community, and people feel like they can relate to you. And I think that's pretty cool. And like, unlike the other platforms, it's a very, how can I say this, like superficial. It's very superficial. Even TikTok, you don't really, TikTok's a lot better than Instagram, but it's still not as personal, I feel like, than it is like here on YouTube. So I think that is one of the reasons why I'm so glad that I'm like creating content on here instead of prioritizing Instagram and TikTok. One of the other things that I want to say is that it also really, really helps with taking your content creation game more seriously. I feel like I am like more of a creator than I've ever been in my life since doing YouTube. Yeah, like, I'm investing more time into it. I feel like I'm getting better with speaking on camera, better with editing. You know, now I actually have someone who assists me with editing. But when I didn't, I was able to quickly edit my videos and really know what I want my videos to look like, how to really tell a story, you know, having that introduction and having the middle of the story, and how to hook people, and then having that closing and that ending. It gives you more of an understanding of a story when you're doing it in a long form format in general. But I find that, yeah, it's just easier for me now. And I'm really building that muscle, and I'm training myself on how to create content, how to make these videos. And it's so much fun. And I really, really love it. Like, I absolutely love to just hop on camera and, you know, not even know really what I want to say, how I want the video to be, but just to start talking. And it's really become like almost a journal for me. I couldn't tell you like the last time that I wrote in my journal, but I've been using these videos more and more and more to share just what's on my mind and how I feel about certain topics and things. And that's become like almost like therapy for me. And I'm hoping that it also becomes therapy for someone else as well, whoever's watching. But yeah, I love it. And I love the practice that I'm getting. And I love overall just now the process of creating content. Because before, when I was doing it for Instagram, I honestly disliked creating content. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It felt like a chore. It felt like something I had to do, not something that I wanted to do. And I think it was more so because I built up this whole idea of how things should be and look aesthetically on Instagram based off of everyone else's Instagram and what other creators were putting out, instead of who I was and what was true for me. And so it just made it a lot harder. So I will say that, you know, sometimes we are our biggest critics. We are harsher on ourselves than other people are. And when you're looking on the outside at what everyone else is doing, it's hard to then justify what you should be doing and how you should be doing what you're doing, because God has made us all different and we all have our own unique skills and we have our own ways of how we show up in the world. And whether it looks like what other people are doing or not, that should not matter. So, long story short, no pun intended, if you needed this as confirmation that you should be creating long form content, I'm here to tell you that go ahead and start doing it, and do not care how it looks. Who cares if it's not the prettiest, not the best background? Maybe you don't look your best. Maybe you don't feel your best. Maybe your editing skills are not the best. Maybe the equipment you have is literally only your iPhone or laptop or camera or an old camera, or I don't know. Maybe you just, you know what I mean? You don't got it right now. All you can do is on your phone or whatever it is. Who cares? Start making content. Start making it today. And I'm not kidding you. And also, let me just say this. Maybe you're not the best speaker. Let me say that. Maybe you're not the best speaker. Maybe it's hard for you to sit down and speak as if you're talking to someone. I don't care. Stop with the excuses. Turn on your camera. Pretend that you're talking to somebody. Pretend you're talking to your friend, your mama, your brother, your daddy, whoever, and start making content, okay? And I'm telling you, you will not regret it. You are going to be like, wow, ever since I started creating long form content, things have been changing. And I can say that because that's my testimony. So I ain't gonna hold up no more of your time. It's already been 20 minutes and I feel like I said what I needed to say. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments if you like this and if you want more like this, if you want me to elaborate on my social media journey, whatever it is, let me know in the comments below. And as always, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.